Hi there, everybody. Welcome, YouTube world. Today we are here and we are bringing you quality content as of usual. I'm here with my co host, Ryan.
What's up, everybody? I'd just like to
And
say though, on that opening there, you sounded like like O.J. Simpson.
I was
Oh,
going
Twitter
for that.
world,
I was going
you
to say
nailed
Twitter
it.
world, but we don't
You
have a
nailed
Twitter.
it. YouTube world.
And we don't got a Twitter yet, so if you're listening here, this is the only way you're going to be able to get content from us. We don't have another social media account. We don't do nothing like that. We're not advertising for nobody. We are not brought to you by anybody but other than your mother's mattress. And tonight, the great topic for you, we're bringing you something special. Ryan and I have decided to talk about 2023 NFL free agents. And most importantly, not just quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, but we're going to hit the defensive players too. You got to stick with us. Join us. Hit the like button right now. Fuck it. Why not, right?
Right, hit the like, hit the
We need all the likes we
subscribe.
can get. Please, I'm taking a moment right now to tell you, the viewer, to hit the like button. Just do it. Take a moment. Do it. Please. For us. For our sanity. Somebody hit it. Are we even talking to anybody here but ourselves? I don't know. Anyway,
I
hit
don't
the
know if they
subscribe
if
button. You'll find out more about these contracts that are coming up, more about our fantasy league, because we talk about it a lot. It's the most important league probably in the world, so stay tuned. Today, quarterbacks.
free agent
Uh,
quarterbacks go into next year.
yeah, and quite a
Top,
bit of them. If you are looking at the list with us, which, if you have eyes, I'm sure you are doing. Uh, Quite a bit of them, and all the way down the list, we're gonna find quality names. I'd start from the bottom, and we'd
let's start at
we'd
the
have.
bottom.
Why not? First name that comes to my mind, Gardner Minshew.
I'd like to
The
add one piece of context to this though. I am a Colts fan. For those of you who've listened in the past, you know that. So this is super relevant for me. We don't have a quarterback. So all these names, they're all possibilities for my team next season.
yeah,
You were about to say Mr. Mustache himself, Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew came out slinging the rock, and many people calling for him to get a starting role. The year he took over for, man, who was it?
Jacksonville. It was
It was
Jacksonville. I can't
Jacksonville. It was
remember
definitely
who he
Jacksonville, but I just can't remember
replaced.
who he replaced. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, the team was god awful before him. The dude provided consistency, swagger, uh,
Definitely the
Jaguar
swag.
relevancy instantly. I felt like, um, everybody talked about him. I just don't
Yep.
see how he hasn't
Teams
got a
everywhere.
starting role.
Well, in that year he did start. He definitely showed some weaknesses, but he's only 26. So
He's only 26, only seen 151 snap count, but it's much more than people who are getting paid than him. Um, with more seasons, even. Brett Rippin has just more. John Wolford has less. Trace
yeah,
McSorley, I don't even know who that is. A lot of these guys I
me either,
don't
bro.
know, to be honest. But Gardner Minshew instantly comes up. Cooper Rush is up here. We all know what Cooper Rush has done, and someone say he deserves a role. He's gonna be 30 in a year, um, and see what he's done with.
Tyler Huntley
Uh,
is right there.
yes,
He's the
Huntley's
quarterback.
there.
He's the quarterback of the Ravens for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 games since Lamar got hurt. I feel like
And
those
he's.
three that we just mentioned, they're probably gonna re-sign with their teams,
I hope
more than
they.
likely.
I hope they get a role. I really just hope Gardner Minshew gets a role. Uh,
Yeah, but I
I
wouldn't
haven't
see
seen
why.
anybody take over the NFL that fast like that since like maybe
It,
what.
it was his mustache, man. He was so memeable and likable, and people
Memes are
wanted him to
strong.
succeed. Memes
Memes are
are
strong.
strong.
But
nowadays in 2020.
the way he was playing was a little bit different too. He was really. It looked like he wanted to win on a team that really didn't look like they were trying to win. To be honest, I think he made a name for himself. But moving up the list, I'm seeing Jeff Driscoll, Brett Rippon, Huntley Rush, all these guys kind of around the same area. Josh Johnson, who's 36, which is wild to think now. Played a lot of, man, was it 2K5 I played with him on it?
I'm not sure, but he's
Maybe
been in the
some
league for a
NFL
hot
Madden.
minute.
But anyway, Drew Lock, Nick Mullins.
And most of these guys, I mean, of everyone we mentioned, I would say Minshew has probably the best shot at maybe getting a starting role, but they're all pretty much backups for some team.
Yeah,
It
and then we get
really
to
doesn't get too interesting until you hit the Lamar Jackson line.
Lamar Jackson, and we've only been at guys with AAV of less than 2 million. All the guys we've been talking about. To even consider Lamar Jackson at that price is insane. Obviously, he's going to be making a lot more than that this upcoming year. Where the Ravens getting sure. Immense value out of him for that rookie contract at an average of $2 million. Yeah, huge. What would you say, Ryan?
Huge that they've had that because it enables them to build the rest of their team. It's kind of sad though. They've had all this time and money and they couldn't get him a good receiver or keep Marquise Brown around.
Yeah.
To give him weapons. So it's kind of this. I mean, I in a weird way, I'm like, how did you mess this up, Ravens? You had this big window with this amazing player, and didn't equip him enough. And now you're either gonna have to pay him, and the rest of your team's gonna suffer, or you're gonna lose a franchise quarterback to another team.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's kind of sad, and when I really think about it. And we start moving up, and we're seeing names like Tyler Heineke, Kyle Allen, Bethard, Mike White, Andy Dalton. Like, all these guys, they're averaging more money than him, and they don't create excitement like Lamar Jackson does. Joe Flacco, no.
So strange
Smith,
to even
no.
see the fact that Joe Flacco and Andy Dalton make more money this past year than Lamar Jackson did. That is bonkers.
And Jacoby Brissett is making double.
Oh man, Mason Rudolph, Case Keenum, like
Daniel Jones, who is a year younger than Lamar Jackson, is averaging $6 million.
Because he got paid by the Giants, I think, 2 years ago.
Unbelievable.
This is why
Ravens
Lamar was
have
so
screwed Lamar.
Yeah, he was really upset over the offseason. People were like, "Oh, come on! Like, you got to understand, like, you're a running quarterback. That it's different with that type of quarterback." Okay, even if it is different, should I be making less this year than Teddy Bridgewater?
That's sad. It's sad. And shame on the Ravens, unless they make him the highest paid quarterback this offseason. Shame on them. And if they put a franchise tag on him, shame on them even more. Mm-hmm. Which they have to, right? Right?
Yeah, if it's either franchise tag or give him a salary. Contracts, I'm sorry.
Yeah, give him a big fucking contract, or
it's kind of
really screwed him. As a Ravens, this upper management, man.
Well, like I was saying before, they're shooting themselves in the foot by kicking this can down the road. Like, it's almost like you have to back pay him now.
Yeah.
You need to pay him for this past season and the season before.
That's the case.
He ain't signed that contract. That's how I would feel about it if I was him. I'd be like, no, you owe me money.
I would look at it like I'm the show in town, all right? Like, people come to watch me. Like, you fill the stadium up every time because they come to see the most electrifying quarterback available to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And we start moving up the list of people making 3, 4x, and then Tom Brady, like, what is that? At a lot. We're just making him. He's making a lot more than the rest of the quarterbacks.
Rightfully so.
Baker
The GOAT
Mayfield
gets
at
paid too.
8 million an average. The
Mhm.
dude's only a year older, 2 years older than Lamar.
Nope. And he's a
Um,
backup. Technically, he's a backup. Actually,
Wow.
technically, everyone on this list besides Tom Brady, Daniel Jones, and Geno Smith are all backups.
Wow. Making more than Lamar. Lots more. This has become a Lamar
Pay
show
the man.
quicker than we
Pay
had
Lamar.
anticipated. Pay Lamar,
him.
right? I
Someone
didn't know
has
it was
got
this
to pay
bad.
this dude.
Someone
You
seriously
know who that
needs to pay the
someone
dude.
should be? The someone who should pay this dude is the Indianapolis Colts. That's who should pay Lamar. We got the bankroll. Why not? I say
I don't
why.
know how as Baltimore you don't franchise tag him if he doesn't accept some crazy contract, and then as Lamar, I don't know how you don't just boycott the season and rest.
Right. At that point, if they franchise tag him, at that point, it already feels confirmed that they're just like kicking the can down the road, waiting for him to get hurt permanently, where it's not worth paying him a bunch. If they franchise him, it's like another slap in the face of like, oh yeah, you really are doing that for
So
sure.
say this happens. Who do you want off this list as a Colts fan on the Colts?
Of anyone?
On this list. If you could get
Lamar.
anyone.
Lamar all the way, and I would pay him
Wait.
for
No,
at
you
least
can't
10
get
years.
Lamar. Lamar,
Okay, no Lamar?
they franchise him. They franchise tag him this offseason, and he doesn't play.
Okay, so let's start at the top. I will not take Tom Brady out of pure emotional
Wow.
things. I just
Really?
too many times I've seen him beat out my team. I think he's a little more washed than
Damn.
than a goat
Heard it here,
anymore.
folks. On Lobe
So
Cast.
I'm also
Tom Brady is
done.
washed.
I'm also done with old vetty quarterbacks that all of a sudden are going to
Okay.
come to Indianapolis and
Yep.
they're going to take us to the playoffs. We've done that
I
with
can understand
Rivers.
that.
He took us to the playoffs but didn't go any further. We've done that with Matty Ice. We've done that with Carson Wentz. Like
Certainly.
I'm kind of
It's
done
over.
with that.
Let's take a young guy that has good
Younger
heart.
that maybe
So-
has some talent not tapped. So
Are you-
Baker
what
Mayfield,
about what about Baker?
not a
At
leader in
28
the
years
locker room.
old.
Not a
Coming
leader.
season.
He's
You
not
say
a
no.
leader. I say no
He's
because
not a
he's not
leader.
a leader. He can make short
Even
throws,
though he's
medium
headbutting
throws.
people. No helmet.
I just don't think a locker room really cares that much about Baker.
Okay. Sam Darnold at 25 years old, averaging 7.5 milli.
Not a good enough quarterback. Too up and down.
Wow.
Seems to have only good games if the run game's working. Can't pull it off in the fourth quarter.
What about Jimmy Heartthrob Garoppolo?
This is the first quarterback where I would accept it. I would
Really?
be thrilled, but I'd be like, okay, so Jimmy G's in town. This feels okay. This feels better than Wentz,
Oh yeah.
Matt
Does
Ryan.
give you the feeling of like he can be consistent, but he's been doing it
Consistently control the ball and not turn it over in the fourth quarter on a game-winning drive. He can do that. I've seen him do that multiple
It's funny
times. in every season.
Garoppolo ends up available, and the Patriots are kind of in this quarterback controversy.
Yeah, they're in a
What
weird space
happened?
with Mac Jones.
And do they go after Garoppolo here? And then
I mean,
once they
why
get
not?
Garoppolo, take over the fucking league.
I mean,
Number
if I'm
one
Bill Belichick,
defense,
why not?
averaging number one defense probably every year, it seems like, in at least fantasy points. And that means a lot, you know? They're active on defense. Move on to
So I think-
Teddy Bridgewater. Do you think you want Teddy?
Nah, I saw him in Miami this year, and he can get you a few games, but just like his last name says, he's just a bridge. He's a bridge quarterback to get to your actual starter. He's a great
Okay.
backup.
When we move on down the list, are you seeing anybody that would make you feel, okay, I am good to go
Danny
besides Mr.
Danny Dimes, Danny Dimes, but I don't think that the Giants will let him go. But Danny Dimes, if he was available, I'd be okay with. Um, Smith had a great year this year, so he scares me a little bit that the past was so bad, but had a
But
pretty darn good year
is
this year.
Pete Carroll just the quarterback whisperer,
Could
and
be
we
just
just didn't
quarterback.
know it?
He's a defensive coach that's also a quarterback whisperer, and we
He's a
don't understand it.
quarterback whisperer. Yeah.
The only other name that I would be like, okay, this is wild. I can't believe we're going for this. Maybe Tyler Heineke.
Yeah.
And I'd just be like, okay, so we got the junior Brett
Interesting.
Favre, and he has bad turnovers, but he does make games exciting. So at least I'd be like, okay, it's fun to watch. I'm probably gonna get my heart broken though, too many times by him.
Okay. So
So
that
if I had
that's
to pick from this list, I really do just want Jimmy G. That's pretty much the end of the list. As far as
wow.
my heart feeling like okay with the season, and we have a chance for the playoffs. It's really
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
So I
That's it.
think for me, as a Dolphins guy, and I say I don't know, Tua comes out, he says, "Man, injuries,
Concussions.
got me. I'm gonna take a sabbatical. I need a year, maybe 2 years to just heal up, take a Ricky Williams and smoke out, and, and the Dolphins end up with another first round pick that ends up in the shitter or whatever. Um, and then we maybe get him later on, and you know what? That's fine. Maybe he wants to sit behind Tom Brady, and please, Tom Brady, you've thought about it many times. Oh, the chance to beat the Patriots twice a year. Oh, be in Miami. You loved the boats and the drinking. Oh my guy, you can
The
do it
women, now
here.
that you could just
Come
be
on down
getting
to
whoever you want.
Miami. Oh, you're gonna love it. I know you will, and we already know about what happened previously with you talking about maybe coming to Miami. You got this. This is the best Miami team you could ever ask for. Come on down. Come on down, baby. You got this. The best Miami team you could. Mostert, fastest running back in the league. Uh, Tyreek Hill, the cheetah. Waddle,
As
the
this wide
penguin.
receiver.
My God, he just nonstop, and we got nonstop quarter wide receiver talent. It doesn't end at those two. Think about it. Just think about it. All right. All right. Now, say we don't get Tom Brady, Baker Mayfield. I feel pretty good about Baker Mayfield, and I feel like if he could just maybe grow up a little bit, stop trying to make people like him so much, if he just stuck to football, and I hate to say that, and it sounds so fucking old school, but I think that's what could get him a solid starting role, is take out the fucking headbutts. No reason to be doing that. You're a quarterback. Show quality leading skills. $8 million a year, the average is pretty good. I'd take him as a quarterback, probably for 1 or 2 years as Tua's healing up, if that was ever to be the case. Tua, I believe in you. I got you next year. I got you back. I might even have you save the Dolphins some year. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It might be McDaniels. He might be the guy who had saved the Dolphins. Whenever we put the stamp to it, be here. Be here for that. You'll want to see that episode. Hit the like and subscribe down below. If any of the other quarterbacks were on the list and the Dolphins were desperate, you already know Lamar's welcome here. The fastest team in the league with Lamar would be unbelievable.
Oh, that would
Gardner.
be bananas, dude. If you had the fastest wide receiver, the fastest running back, and the fastest quarterback, like, speed kills, bro. That'd
Please
be
let that happen.
bananas.
It'll be
Bananas if that
sick.
happened.
Gardner. I would take Gardner Minshew any day of the week. I think McDaniels is a quarterback whisperer. Look what he's done with Skyler. I mean, my bad. Dude, this could be really great. All the other guys, I'm sorry, y'all had your chance multiple times. Chad Henne, I had faith in you years ago.
Well, Mike White. Mike White.
I don't know.
Me either. I wouldn't be putting my franchise in Mike White hands.
My franchise isn't going to Garoppolo.
Really, Baker over Garoppolo, huh?
I would take Baker over Jimmy, and my idea for that is when I see Baker, man, I just feel like there's nobody wanting it more on the field. He might try to show it too much, but something about that guy. He really wants to win. Sam Darnold, I don't see the consistency with accuracy. The guy's got power nonstop. The decision making, no. I feel like it's not all there.
Yes.
This is Lobe. This is Lobe talking about quarterbacks. What you have witnessed here is us reviewing the NFL free agents as if it were to happen today. Join us for more. Hit the like, subscribe. This is Cruz and Ryan. Peace out.